¿cómo están? Lisa aquí y este es Phoenix.
Hola.
Estoy muy feliz que puedo hablar español.
Fantastic. Hi, everybody. Phoenix here. Welcome back to class number 6 of the Effortless Spanish mini course. You know, we thought we were just going to do 5, but there's so many amazing techniques, to train our minds to learn Spanish. We just wanted to give you more value. And wow, Lisa, you've been doing fantastic.
Gracias.
She's speaking so many phrases, recognizing so many phrases, and we want to show you today another great technique to train your mind to be able to learn Spanish really, really fast in 6 months. And one thing I want to say is that I haven't really taught you like Spanish rules or syntax or grammar or any of that, right? So we've only been training our mind, training our memory, right? And mimicking the way that children learn, which is consuming phrases, like bit by bit, just consuming phrases, forgetting about all the textbooks. So today, I want to show you one of the most amazing techniques that we use in the program. And within 6 months, your Spanish, you're just 2 months into it and you're learning so many phrases. But within 6 months of you using this technique, you're going to skyrocket your Spanish. So I want to show you how this technique works. It's called the interactive story technique. So this is how the technique works, right? You have to engage with Spanish, and we do it in story form because our brains love to learn through stories, through movies, through associations, as we've been saying. And so in my official program, the way that we do this is that we listen to these interactive stories. These are short, little, interesting stories that we listen to for 5 minutes. They're 3, 4, 5 minutes long. And so you have to answer certain questions within the story, right? So I'm going to do it now in real time, and you're going to see how Lisa does it, right? And you're going to see how she's going to get the ability to listen to the phrases and engage with it so that automatically she doesn't have to study the rules of Spanish. You're going to intuitively learn it. Because learning a new language is not intellectual. It's something that's intuitive. It's something that is cultural. There's millions of people that are able to speak another language, okay? And yet, if you talk to those people and ask them about the rules, they don't know the rules of their own language. So that what that lets us know is that this is a cultural thing. And so if we want to engage with that culture, we have to find a way to listen to the phrases and engage with the phrases. So let me show you one way that we do that, okay? So I'm going to say the story, and I'm going to pause, every 30 seconds, and I'm going to ask her a question about the story. Okay, so she's always going to have the definitions right in her hands. So in case she doesn't know the answer, she can peek at it, right? And look like, oh, what did he say, right? Because you're not going to know most of what I'm saying. Okay, so in the program, we take this through 4 phases. Okay, they get more difficult. First, she has to answer with 1-word answers. Okay, so let's do that in real time. So let's pretend that I'm a recording, okay? And I'm not here. Let's pretend I'm an audio recording because that's how you hear it, okay? So I say, hola, mi nombre es Phoenix. So I just said, hi, my name is Phoenix. And now I'm going to ask a question. ¿Cuál es mi nombre?
Phoenix.
Right, so she answers one question. So I stay quiet and she answers. And now I say, tengo 32 años. ¿Cuántos años tengo?
32 años.
Right, so in my statement I said, I'm 32 years old. And then I said, how old am I? So it's always a question and a statement. You see? The answer that she's supposed to give, that you are supposed to give, is always in the statement. Okay, so I say, I'm 32 years old. How old am I? And you have to reply, 32, right? So you just reply with 1 word. So let's keep going. Vivo en Aguada. ¿Dónde vivo?
Aguarda.
Right. So she's obviously gone through this exercise, so it's very easy for her to do this, right? So that's how it works. So we go through an entire story. The stories are about introducing yourself, expressing emotions, ordering food. Right? We have 25 of the most important categories that you need to be able to speak Spanish as quickly as possible. Okay? So that's how we do it. She listens to the whole thing, and now she has to listen to the same story over and over until she can do it without the paper. Okay? When she is able to not need, oh, what did he say? Let me look at the paper. Oh, that's what he said. And then she says it out loud. She has to do the story over and over until she can do it without the paper, until it becomes intuitive. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So the first 25 stories that she goes through, right, it's going to take her about 2 months or so. She's going to just answer one word because her Spanish is so limited, you see? So she listens to it over 10 times, the same story, or until she can, answer everything without looking at the paper. Then in phase 2, she has to answer with 2 words, and then 3 words, and then 4 words, and then eventually in phase 4, she has to answer back in full sentences, okay? And you can do that in just 6 months by using all of the techniques that we've been sharing in this program. Listening to phrases, engaging with stories, using memory techniques, training our mind. And guess what? At the end of the day, you didn't need the traditional rules of Spanish, right? I don't know the syntax of certain words. I don't need to know that. What you need to do is get used to the language and engage with the language. So my team, we've taken many months to put together these awesome interactive stories, right? To give them a good sequence, to put them in great phases, right? So that's what we do. That's why, you're able to pick up so many phrases. So yeah, that's the technique. I hope you loved it. If you want to learn more about how to use memory techniques and how to train your brain to be able to learn Spanish faster, check out the link below. Check out the program. It's fantastic. We're getting a lot of results to students from Puerto Rico. We're getting some new students too from Spain. And this just works. The reason it works is because you've tried it yourself. When you were learning English, you were listening to your parents. They were telling you, can you get me this? Or it's time to go to eat. It's time to take a bath. And you have to engage with it. So the takeaway here is that learning a language is intuitive, okay? It's not logical. You can't approach it like learning an academic subject. That's not how your brain is wired, okay? So there you have it. Check out the program and we'll see you soon.